The past weekend has dramatically demonstrated that a purely military approach is no solution to the situation in Gaza. It irritates me precisely because we have to break through Hamas's calculations of spiralling violence. I say that quite openly, and I emphasize that very, very clearly in the conversation. When members of the Israeli government themselves call for the same approach in the West Bank as in Gaza, that is precisely what acutely endangers Israel's security.
So let's try and unravel where we're at. We can speak to Ibrahim Freihat, who's an Associate Professor of Conflict Resolution at the Doha Institute for Graduate Studies. Welcome, Ibrahim. So we heard there the German Foreign Minister being pretty blunt in her objections to the way Israel is acting in the occupied West Bank and indeed in Gaza. But it's pretty evident that words of condemnation, wherever they come from, have no effect.
Thank you. It's too little too late, and nothing more than lip service. This has been the German position from day one. German government has been a partner in this genocide on many levels, actually on providing continuously military support to Israel, knowingly that Israel is involved in war crimes in Gaza and never stopped the supply of weapons that it's providing to the Israeli government. It's also providing financial support, and it's also providing diplomatic support. So there is nothing new in terms of the action. So the actions by the German government has never changed since October 7 of being partner in this genocide and in supporting Israel. Only the statements that every once in a while we see that like this statement is providing some concerns or that they're not sure about what the Israeli government is doing and asking for more information, but the actions have not changed and they remain as partner in this genocide.
And it seems that the Israeli government can act as it wants, and now we have this death of the US citizen shot in the head in an anti-settler protest.
You can imagine if this person, if she was killed by a Palestinian side, whether any side, how then the positions will be taking, and here we should remember the positions that the German government, along with the U.S. government, have taken based on only accusations by Israel that some of the UNRWA, the refugees agency, was involved on October 7. They immediately suspended the financial support that they were giving to the most efficient humanitarian international organizations, UN organization, the UNRWA, based only on accusations by Israel, immediately translated to actions by Western government in Germany and in the United States. But here we are seeing an American citizen slaughtered in a peaceful protest in the town of Beta, close to Nablus. And the response by the Foreign Minister, the Secretary of State's Antony Blinken, saying we're waiting for the facts, we're waiting for the information. But this has not been the case when, based on accusation, you take actions against a humanitarian organization like UNRWA. So, and it's extremely important to remember, this is not the first case where American citizens are being killed by the Israeli government. 20 years ago, Rachel Corrie was killed by an Israeli bulldozer. And the U.S. government is still waiting for the facts. 20 years after Rachel Corrie was killed, Shireen Abu Akleh, an American citizen, another American citizen, Al Jazeera journalist, was also killed. But the U.S. government is still waiting for the facts. Okay. As Antony Blinken is telling us today, is waiting for the facts, and the German government saying they are concerned.
How does what Israel is doing in the occupied West Bank and indeed Gaza, what implications does it have for the overall conflict in the arena?
Well, this is very unfortunate, actually. What has been happening now, it's prolonging the genocide that has now almost completed 11 months. And the Israeli government is, instead of containing the genocide in Gaza, it's expanding it in the West Bank. We have seen the military raids in Jenin and the killing of a number of people there in Tulkarem. So the Israeli government is expanding these operations, not containing it. And on the other hand, what we're seeing is only proposals made by the U.S. government to tell us that Israel has accepted this proposal, and then the Israeli government telling us, no, we have not accepted, and they just make different statements and take different actions against it. So I think the Netanyahu government, with his manipulation of the entire political situation, is manipulating many in the international arena, U.S. government in particular, and now we're waiting for a new proposal that's going to be the same as like others, unless, again, it's linked with actions, then everything is just going to be manipulated by Netanyahu and just to serve his prolonged genocide in Gaza and soon maybe in the West Bank.
Ibrahim, thank you for your perspective. We'll leave it there. Thanks very much, Ibrahim Frahad here.